Greetings everyone, my name is Addervale, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. After a 1 week hiatus due to various things, I am back to covering this game, and so here a quick rundown of the rules. My apologies for the short delay, I was preoccupied with a few other matters. So for the next 2 hours, I'll be covering various submitted levels and some other levels I found online, discussing various gaming topics, and then afterwards, I'll be showcasing some art posted on the server. So welcome to stream Genok, Please Unban Me, Sunflora, Pixel Boy, Buster, Raccoon, Jaden, Jay Butters, Paul, Hyper Clippy, Sylv, Jaden, and anyone else who I missed. Oh boy. The Sage Week's pretty awesome, but also kind of busy. I'm not done with Sage entries, by the way. I'm gonna have a Sage demo stream tonight and tomorrow morning to close up. Plus, I may have one more on top of that depending on how things go, because, let me tell you, there are a bunch of demos I really want to cover, especially on stream. And more I would have if I had more free time. Oh well. Hey Manubi. So first on today's lineup is Base 2 Security Breach by Mr. and EEX. 52 plays and a score 27. If I do RDS, it's gonna be tomorrow morning. Like, tomorrow morning is gonna be, well, actually I have to check. Like, the way things are Sunday, there's already 3 games I want to cover then. You know, Slash Bang, Witchfall, and Cuban Gardens Friends. I forget the name. The Game by Game Dog. And yeah, during this stage, it's been pretty good for quote-unquote Wario likes. We got Kira Kira Capcom Rampage, and of course Arceus. Like, the latter I expected because Pivic's awesome, from the work on From Pizza Tower. Excuse me, from the work on Anton Blast. And Kira Kira came out of almost nowhere for me. It also looks pretty cool. Sorry, Pivic was one of the main developers of Anton Blast on the programming front. What do I think about Megamet? It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to mention this, but BBBR will be happy about this. On Wednesday evening, I covered the demo of Lyra Struck. I just need to edit it. Hey Senpai El Paizo. The only thing I wish that happened during the Sage streams is that more of you active viewers actually attended them. Like, we got plenty of viewers, but most of them were actually from Sonic Fan Games HQ or devs. Is Megamet my favorite Sage 2025 demo? No, but it has stiff competition. Like, I haven't even covered my favorite demo of this Sage anyways. Like, in terms of fan games, well, if you don't count Sonic fan games, then yeah, I would say it's the best Mega Man fan game out during the Sage. But if you're competing with fan games, you're competing with the Sonic side of the fandom, which is very skilled and talented, so it's gonna be hard. Thank you, Jaden. You don't need to say that again. Oh, I wish I knew I had the bomb. That would have made those big enemies a lot easier. Ha! Seeing as repeating one thing, I'll repeat the only real wish I had during this Sage stream, other than having more time, more free time, would be more viewers who actively watch Mega Man Maker to actually attend those streams. Because let's face it, most of the people who watch those streams were actually from the Sage side or new to the channel. Which is cool and all, I appreciate it, and I actually talked to many of those people after the stream. But it's it's kind of unfortunate when it feels like a lot of the community here who actively participates in the stream kind of participates in only really participates in a small bubble. A small but well-established bubble of this channel, but doesn't seem like they branch out. No offense, it's just unfortunate. But to those who did actually branch out, like you, let's see, Jaden, Buster, Jay Butters, Hyper, and Pixel Boy. Thank you for attending the Sage streams. Second up is Space Travel Bastronaut Quest, Stage 6 Cupra, by La Patio, 91 plays and a score of 44. On that note, for those who actually been paying attention to the expo, what is currently your favorite game? It can be a fan game, it can be an indie game, it can be a ROM hack. And to make things a little bit harder, it can't just be, if you're a developer, it can't be just your own game that you featured there. That would be too easy. Well, that's more of you or being too busy in real life, because I gave at least 6 or 7 notifications by this point about Sage. I was worried someone was going to complain and saying, please stop posting about Sage, you already talked about it enough. Being busy in real life is a fair reason. Arceus is awesome. Like, already multiple of my friends have played it, and yeah, it looks peem. Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2025. It predates Sage by 20 years by now. I don't care. Oh, you're selling your house, Paul? Yeah, that is busy. Indeed, J Butters. Learn to spread out. There was a whole discussion at SFGHQ about spreading out and trying new things, not limiting yourself to one or two fandoms or even part of a fandom. That's how you're able to experience cool stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Eep. I don't like being effectively a one-hit point wonder. Oh, come on. Okay, the slow way. Got it. Eventually I will play Legends 1 and 2 as well as the midquel, and the Adventures of Tron and the Adventures of Tron Bonne, rather the Misadventures. That wasn't so hard. And we're out. Why did you bring up Sonic Twitter, J Butters? If anything, that side is already a hellscape. I don't use that as a reference of anything right now. Not the Crunchwrap Supreme! Setting up false expectations and then ripping off the band-aid. Hello, the Not Real Sonic channel. Welcome to the stream. We're playing some Mega Man Maker here. Alright, that was another cool and neat shmup level. For once, I agree with you, Sylv. And well, humble brag. Oh, what is my opinion on accessibility options? They're good. That's my opinion on it, they're good. I know there's an art to understanding which ones work better for which certain types of games, and there is a balancing act between how much accessibility you want to give without compromising the game's vision. Quote-unquote game's vision. I need to be careful about that. But overall, I think it's a good thing. When fandoms get too... I want to close off another point, J Butters. When a fandom becomes too big, it gets difficult to discern whether it's good, bad, or just eh. There's just too many people, and because of the law of averages, if a fandom becomes big enough, it gravitates toward being just eh. Not good, not bad, just eh, mediocre. Now, then you have to go down, you have to drill down to pockets. I'm gonna let you in a little secret, Sylv. The Sonic fandom existed before Newgrounds. Like, I need to make it clear. Once I'm gonna make the argument that once any fandom becomes large enough, you can't say it's just entirely good or bad. I am assuming there could... Well, there could be very, very specific exceptions, but in the vast, vast majority, if the core idea of the franchise or whatever isn't inherently toxic, we can have another argument about that, discussion about that later, then it's going to trend to being eh. True, it did explode with the adventure era. It also helped that the internet. It also helps that the internet became more accessible. Alright, number 3 up is Jet Fortress by Jedi74. 147 plays and a score of 72. Thanks Sonic, but not real Sonic channel, but and just be careful with the amount of self-promotion. Oh my goodness. Just be careful with the amount of self-promotion. Don't let it rise to the level of being self-spammy. That has been an issue in the past with some other users. Oh, cool. Nice use of the totem design. I didn't even know roulette existed, Buster, until you told me several days ago. Or you told someone else, but whatever. Only 4 people? I know that's a joke, but that's a vast, vast, vast understatement. Really though, I'll let you in another secret. Way in the past, I like to also make fun of fans of various franchises and fandoms. But then I grew up and realized, oh, it's actually kind of boring and not actually that helpful. Bye? Precise yourself. If you're talking about the fandom in the 2000s, especially in the mid to late, okay, from the mid 2000s to mid 10s, I would agree with you. Nowadays, though, it's a lot tamer. Like, oh my goodness, there are numerous toxic elements and overzealous elements. Not necessarily the same things, but they do have quite a bit of overlap. But it's a lot less, what I consider to be toxic. I just don't like to overgeneralize large groups. I already learned that lesson more times than I can say. Frankly, nowadays, I just let people enjoy the things they like. As long as it's not harming people. And honestly, there are way other things we can discuss that actually harm people. Enjoying the adventures and misadventures of a blue hedgehog and his friends, that's far from being harmful in my book. Gen adapter acquired. Gotta say, Jedok. I was gonna say Jim Butters, sorry. Red or blue? I'm going with blue. Me? I gotta say, you definitely improved the visuals for the stage, it's cool. Oh boy. Oh, you saved me. Thank you, Beak. Oh my goodness. Suddenly this became noticeably harder. And a lot easier because, let's face it, you can just hug the ceiling. I'm not saying it's a threat, J Butters. I'm just talking about toxicity. And making fun of different fandoms. I just find that I don't care. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say you're a bad person. I'm just gonna say that, I I just find it a waste of my time, and I'd rather just focus on other things. I'd rather just enjoy the various series than rather make fun of people enjoying. That's also part of the reason, that's also a major reason why I stopped covering that many bad games, actually. You may have noticed this. You actually may have noticed this, but I've been covering less and less quote-unquote low effort or low quality games on the channel. That's because I realized that not actually that many people watch it and I don't enjoy the experience, so why bother? Plus, I'm not a rage bait channel anyways. There's plenty of those go down the street. It depends on which bad games though. So bad it's good or so bad it's funny, sure, I'll cover them. I'm just talking about the real boring bad stuff. Also, I've been a bit tighter with recommendations. Demos are a little bit of a different story because... Okay, like for Sage and more amateur game fests, it's a bit of a different story because they're shorter and, well, we're helping people learn. Oh boy. I'm dead. I'm Fred. But yeah, I'm just saying, this is just my thoughts, J Butters. I used to make fun of a bunch of people in the Sonic fandom, but over time, as I calmed down, as I grew up, I decided, not really interested anymore. Basically, my argument is, it's not mostly bad, it's just, But what I'm saying is that, because the fandom's large enough and it's cooled off, it's really a big case of Also, because of the fracturing of multiple major social medias, it's also kind of hard to just pick one or two places where most of the quote-unquote fandom congregates. I consider that both a good thing and a bad thing. Mostly a good thing because, let's face it, I don't like putting too many eggs in one basket. Having just 1, 2, or 3 mega sites is not healthy, really. The Cat Mario game? Well, no one actually requested it, Buster. Can you get the name? I'm curious. That's one of the things about Sage. With having 300 plus demos, some things are not going to end up being streamed or recorded. And if you think that, and for those wondering, if you think that's bad, think about the thousands of demos that are featured during the next fest every 3 times per year. I'm not even sure. Could be worse. You could beat that one game that was removed from Sage 2025 this year due to plagiarism and undisclosed use of Gen AI. What? Oops, crushed. Yeah, there was one game, I'm gonna say this way, there was one demo this year which was initially accepted but then almost immediately pulled when the mods looked into it, and enough people pointed out that, oh wait, they actually used the Gen AI assets to such a degree that it broke the rules because Gen AI usage in Sage is disallowed, so the dev of that game tried to pull a fast one, they were caught, removed. Lol. I'll DM you the name because I don't want to turn this into a accusation channel. I'll just tell I'll just DM it to you, Buster. Feel free to share it. Where are you? And if you looked into it, it got even more hilarious. Because of the mismatched assets. Like, come on. I can send you some I'll send you a screenshot or two. If you just go to SFG HQ, you can look it up and figure out what it is. I got one screenshot, other things have been removed, but here's an example of, interesting things. Yeah, it's mostly locked because, yeah, reduced attention, but this is already a good example of, stuff. I have another screenshot. Where is the waterfall? In other news, there's another screenshot as well as a video. I'll get around to it later. Okay, thoughts on your level. Definitely better on the aesthetics front. I like how you made use of the totem heads or the stuff from Airman stage. The difficulty progression was kind of, well, it was building up to something. We got to the sections where we had to shimmy through the spikes with the gen adapter, but the last sections involving it got easier. Like, that last part with the gen adapter should have been the first one to get used to it, and then we had the tricky ones. But yeah, I pretty much appreciate everyone doing effort in Sage, but please, follow the rules. I don't know, I just feel like perpetuating a stereotype. I feel like some jokes stop being funny if you keep saying it over and over. You need to give us a recharge period. Like the whole thing about... Like, I understand the joke about Sonic was never good, but honestly, that joke slipped its course, and that's also oversimplifies a lot of other things about why they get lost in the discourse. So I just find, eh. It also helps that I disagree with that, but eh. I don't know. Not the worst example of someone trying to skirt the rules, Buster. I'm pretty much on Buster's side on that, but I have lower standards anyways. I just enjoyed more for the vibes and some. I enjoyed that series more for the vibes, funny memes, funnies, co-op. Well, not co-op actually, only for. Well, for the general gameplay loop that, even if it's not perfect or far from perfect, it's still fun. I honestly think Sonic 3 and Knuckles was a leap over 1 and 2. After that, it depends. I mean, the fandom became infamous for no one agreeing with anything, but a lot of that's due to Sega and Sega Sammy and Sonic Team's fault anyways. Well, another thing, Buster, is that they skipped the Saturn era, so Sonic never had a 3D competitor to Mario 64. Instead, their first full 3D outing, well, I'm not counting Jam, I'm counting first the full 3D outing was Adventure for the Dreamcast, whose one of the main competitors was GameCube, which meant that not only they're competing with the predecessor of Mario 64, they were also competing with Sunshine and a bunch of the other Nintendo products. Oh man, you caught the joke, Buster. Good one. I was waiting for someone to call me out and say, "Wait, what happened to Sonic R?" But yeah, R is basically the first full 3D one. Not platformers. Well, it's mainly racing side. But yeah, the main disadvantage I'd say is that Adventure, I'm kind of half tempted to say, well, other than saying it should have been better, let's be more specific. We should have had a 3D Sonic game in the Saturn to compete with 64 because Sega was losing its relevance at the time due to multiple boneheaded decisions and company infighting. Like, Sega of America and Sega Japan were feuding with each other more than they should have been. I wouldn't say it deserves to be near its core. There are better things to place there. Yeah. Oh man, Dark Brotherhood. I'll save that for another time. Alright. Go ahead, Buster. Take your duty. Anyways, let's actually get back to Mega Man Maker instead of discussing everything but Mega Man. TBH, the only other place where I can discuss freely... the only other place with the free-flowing discussions between Mega Man to Sonic, to other fandoms, to fandom discussion in general, back to fan games and ROM hacks, and then back to Mega Man, is actually SFGHQ. Like, at least a quarter of the major mods there and assistants are Mega Man fans too, as well as a lot of the community members. In Magmul, it's a little bit different because of the different focuses and what have you. And as much as I enjoy being part of the Magmul community, or Megamix community now, I feel a lot more. It's more liberating to talk on HQ. I don't need to watch my words as much. Anyways, No offense to Megamix. Okay. 4-Up is Push Block and Count Bomb Puzzles Part 1, 15 rooms by I Will Win. 21 plays and a score of 8. Well, now that Unleashed actually has a PC port, when I eventually cover that, if I eventually cover that, it'll be the PC version. Level 1. Okay. Okay. Right, wait. Now I can detonate the bombs above. And look back. Puzzle 1 done. Level 2. Oh, how nice of a level to teach us basic push block mechanics. I'm not being facetious here. Many players don't actually know about some of the specifics, so it is important to reteach them. As a matter of fact, this is building up of what was learned in the previous screen. Specifically of how, if you hit the lower block in a stack of light blocks, it'll lift them all up. It'll push all of them forwards. And I missed the jump due to lag. But as I was saying, you need the knowledge learned in the previous screen to actually get past this one. Why put a mace there? To catch people off guard and just instigate them? Okay. Do I need tree? I do. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's one. That's two. I forgot to actually press the switch. Oops. Okay, I know the strategy now. Push this down here. Push this down here. I forgot to press that initially. Push this here. Push it again. Push it one last time. Detonate these. Get this down. Beep. Block one. That's 2. And that's 3. FYI, we don't really need extra platforming challenges here. Just focus purely on the puzzling. Level 5. Yep, I know that, Sunflora. I know Mega Man, SpongeBob, Minecraft Steve, because Paramount. Hi, Darkfin. Would I have time for Base Droid 2? I think so, as long as it takes 1 hour. Okay, what are we trying to do here? Ah, okay, okay. I think. Oh, why is it easier on your alternate account, Darkfin? Is there some issue? Ah, lag. Okay, I get it. Gotta respawn that. And fail completely because I was too slow. I'm really happy with how Crossworlds is turning out. The only downside is that the netcode is a bit eh. But that's shared by a bunch of kart racers, so eh. There are reasons you could think that card is worse. I've seen the footage. I think it's a very solid game. I disagree, Jay Butters. Just actually look at the gameplay and talk to people who played it. Looks and plays awesome. But yeah, the other downside other than some of the networking code is that the initial price point is dumb. Like, seriously. You can argue that world... You can argue world has more interesting mechanics. You can argue that world has more interesting mechanics, but the game itself doesn't do anything about it. Do much with it. Excuse me, company. I think you're just overestimating how much people would like Crossworlds because of MK World's failings. Fundamentally, just look at the game. Actually see what people played and what people like about it. Can I make it? No, because lag. There are so many objects in it. Because of the objects in the stage, it's kind of lagging the game. Okay. This screen in particular is turning out to be much harder than the other ones, if only because the lag has suddenly started to become more of an issue. Like, I can't make these jumps properly when the game decides that, oh, no. I'm saying failings on a mechanical front. Let's face it, it was going to be successful regardless. Level 6. But can we please... how many rooms? Oh shoot, 15. Okay, let's hope this actually works a little bit better this time, because, when are we gonna do this? Wait, how am I doing this? Got it, I think. Okay. But yeah, I'd rather have this discussion with Jim when... Okay, that didn't kill me. I thought the game was gonna end up just prioritizing the red force beams. Okay, what are we doing here? Where's my red? Well, I am gonna have to block this. I see. I'm just gonna end at this point. Even if you say that... Excuse me, company. The main thing that brings down the stage for me isn't even exactly the stage itself, it's the ridiculous amounts of lag. Ah, shoot. Come on, force type. You can argue that the game is bad, or you can argue the game is not really actually mechanically interesting, but saying the high feels force, that just seems like... I don't know. That just seems like you just have a bone to pick. I disagree, Jay Butters. Here's the thing. We already had two very solid Sonic Racing games before them, in the same pedigree, and we had Initial D from the same devs. You can put it here in chat. Fundamentally, I think you're overestimating how much people just are liking Crossworld. Fundamentally, I honestly think you're just overestimating how much people dislike Mario Kart World, and using that against Crossworlds. My argument isn't so much about the game's quality. My final argument isn't so much against the game's quality or lack of or whatever. I'm just making the argument saying that people are legitimately excited about the game, regardless of what Nintendo did or will do for Kart World. It also fundamentally has to deal with what community you're in. If you just see the outside loudest mouths, of course you're just going to see the negativity, because negativity tries the internet. It's terrible, but... wait, I can salvage this. Come on. Yes! Salvaged. Oh gosh. With all how many blocks there are, it's kind of screwing with the... Hang on, I need to reset. It's not the Mario Kart killer. No. At this point, unless Nintendo really F's the bag multiple times, there's gonna be no killers. Last time the... Oh, red force beams. Ah, okay, that's interesting. I have to build a tower in the center, so I have to do this in order. It's either gonna be Unity or Godot. Unreal is gonna be overkill for that sort of game. Go with the other two. Oh, okay, this is a little bit different because we are on a time limit. A bit of a breather from the previous one, but that wasn't that tough anyways. Okay. Shoot, left. I'd recommend Studio 2 if it actually had good 3D, even decent 3D support, but let's face it. Oh my goodness. Wait. What direction are we putting this? I'm dead. My leg disappeared. I spent what feels like 20 minutes on this stage. Sorry, you gotta consider. Consider this. Oh look, a bench. Sadly, I can't sit on it. These last levels have been more focused on speed than the puzzle aspect, to be honest. And way more. Create the staircase and run for your life. That wasn't that hard, actually. True, you could, Buster, as most professional game studios will mostly ask for Unreal support or... Oh, sorry. They'll mostly ask for experience for Unreal or Unity. Godot, unfortunately, is too small and too new, so unless you're just going to focus on indies, most won't ask for it. Splash. And to be fair, a lot of the knowledge in much of the knowledge you learn from one 3D engine a lot of the fundamentals, basics, and intermediates you learn in one 3D engine will carry over to the other. Like, it also depends on whether you want to be an actual professional game designer or game developer. Ah, we're out. This was a pretty fun and creative stage involving the push blocks, but I have some... Putting aside the performance issues and lag spikes, which honestly brought down parts of the stage, my biggest issue with this is the inconsistent difficulty curve. Like, there was a shift between the slower-paced puzzles of the first half and the faster-paced, time-based ones of the second half. And putting aside the shift there, the difficulty progression is kind of randomized. Like, in the second half, it feels like a lot of the puzzles were randomly chosen because some of them are easier than the ones that come before them, or harder than the ones that come after. I don't get it. With the slower-paced ones, it was building up in complexity, and I mostly agree with positioning, but with the timing-based ones, I do appreciate that they give enough time of a little bit more. It's the timings for the time-based ones aren't too tight, but I would reorder them. So, thumbs up. Fair and lovely episode. Hear me out. Crash Team Racing. Asteroid 2. I hope. Oops. See, if you're just focusing on the small, medium-sized projects and just focusing on indie dev, Godot becomes a much more solid option. But if you're trying to get into the AA or AAA studios, or associate with them, Unreal or Unity is the way to go. Of course, that doesn't mean you can't learn multiple at the same time. I just don't... Unity is in a weird state where if it was just a few years... if you'd asked me the same question a few years ago, I would have just said, I would have recommended Unity wholeheartedly. Well, mostly heartedly. But, considering everything the management's doing the last few years, even if they've tried undoing or walking back a lot of their not well thought statements, I'll put it very, very charitably, I still don't trust them to pull up another stunt like that. Unreal's a good engine, but my issue with it has to do with how much of it's overkill for most indie projects, and how if you use it for a lot of smaller or medium projects, it has more than enough tools you need to accomplish most jobs, but the problem is the engine ends up being quite bloated unless you specifically tear out parts of it, which is doable. In the end, the main thing you should take out of this is pick the best tools for your job. Oh, whoa! Why are you? I guess the final message is learn your tools, learn where they best apply. Because I want to say this, I think Unreal Engine, okay, maybe not, 5 has its own wonkiness. We'll figure out, I don't know if, I think it's more due to dev crunch time. But it's overkill for most projects. Well, it doesn't help that if you're in the surface level, the discourse is just reiterating the same arguments over and over. But isn't that true for most fandoms, really, if you're on the surface? Or looking at it from adjacent side? You need to drill into more specific communities to discuss it. It doesn't help that, well, honestly, I don't have a whole discussion about how social media discourse is for the very, very vast majority unproductive. I'm all ears, Buster. I will eventually play Legends. I will eventually play Legends, but I just wish it was easier for people to actually play it without emulating it. Come on, Legends Collection. Capcom, please. I know Tizen is probably not coming out, but eh. Fifth up is Flare Battleship by Sunflower Zimmeril. 27 plays, score of 9. Like, I understand why people don't necessarily want to play emulated. At the same time, it's also Capcom's the reason... Left. Oh yeah, there is that PC version, which is, interesting. Well, the most difficult part is legally acquiring the ROM or ISO image. And I can totally understand why people don't necessarily want to. Well, you know. No, the other way. I mean, I love emulation, don't get me wrong. I just wish it was more easy to legally acquire the ROMs and ISOs. Like, come on, that's a very golden opportunity that many companies are missing. If anything, the one company that really understood this was actually Sega, because of the classic collections on Steam, if they're still listed there, because of how easy it was to grab the ROMs from there for a relatively decent price and run it on their own emulator. Or even Capcom to a certain extent with the Legacy collections. Ah, it didn't grab. Thank you, Salty. Boy. I mean, the other reason why I love emulation is because most games never get re-released or ported over to later platforms. So, the only way you can really play them is to either have the OG consoles or systems, or just emulate them. And as the consoles break down over time, the latter is really the only option. I just wish I had more. Okay, slide button, you can actually shimmy along ledges and actually climb ladders. Mouse look. Yes, mouse look, thank goodness. Buster gun can have an extra part attached that can change its behavior. Changes when you don't fire it. Oh my... should have waited. I riff on Nintendo the most here because they're the company that barely discounts their older games, so it's even worse. What are you asking me in particular, Canon? Unhealthy ways. I want to say, instead of saying unhealthy, I prefer the term legally dubious because why is it unhealthy? Of course, that goes into the whole discussion of piracy. Like, if the game is not being sold anywhere, then sure, feel free to pirate it. That also applies to ROMs. You have 5 islands you can tackle in any order, and the final dungeon is unlocked by finding a secret rune in all 5 islands and beating it. That is not the main dungeon. Why is that bulldozer randomly placed there? Is there a secret? That's my opinion, Darkfin. I appreciate the creative work that I appreciate the creative and high-quality work that Nintendo consistently puts out. I just don't like their business practices. I'm just going, well... Huh? Nothing there. Oh my goodness. There's so many objects in the stage, it's lagging! Oh, this was a bad idea, I should not have waited. Oh, thank goodness. Let me out, let me out! I got the broom charge. Where the 4 paths link up with each other. There's a post-game New Game Plus where you can carry over your stuff, and there's also an excavation side game where you can basically AFK farm for money. Probably only unlocked in the late game to prevent breaking stuff. You'll be able to carry 2 to 3 weapons at a time and change between them with the mouse wheel. Yeah, thank you. See ya, Hyper. And weapons will ideally do more than literally one thing like they do in Legends. I wouldn't mind weapons doing only one thing if you could actually carry multiple weapons at a time. What am I getting hit by here? Is there something behind that? Proto Strike. Oh my goodness. Lag saved me. Yeah, this is a genius way of having auto-scrolling without exactly having auto-scrolling. Okay. Or not. That way you're not locked to the screen while still also having a solid force pushing you forwards. And it's not in the same way as the firewall where the wall itself is instant death. Unhealthy for the device you're playing on. Okay. I like Mega Man Maker a lot. Metal Blade is a cool weapon, far from being my favorite one in this game, of course. I don't know what happened with that move, however, it should have made it. Something's there. I don't get it. Help! Oh, okay. I should have just used the nade. Oh, yeah, I found the solution. Why did it disappear the first time? Was it on strike? I may have accidentally knocked it off screen. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's see. In Maker, Secret, I would say extremely challenging boss fight. As for a game itself, depends. And the game, okay, and the fan game Buster's proposing will take place after Legends 2, after a spoiler. If you know, you know. Hi, Whee! Oh my gosh, that's really funny. I want to do that again. Throw it again. Throw it, please. Come on, throw it. Yes! Whee! Oh no, I didn't actually get the... Okay, back up. Hard mode activated. Oh, got a bit worried there. Get left by the weldy. We're out of here. Now the place is blowing up. Goodbye, battleship. Despite the ridiculous lag issues that, actually, I'm not well... Okay, before I do Base Droid 2, I want to see how laggy it is. If it's too laggy, I'll do next week because I need to preliminarily fix some things. I use E-Tank just to be safe, I didn't really need that. Yeah, I would like to see more variants of the Joes too. We're missing most of them. Especially the ones in vehicles. Transitioning and ascending are very different. Rockman Legends After Story, aka Rockman Dash Alternate Future in 2040. You mean 20XX. Question is, will it come out before X Corrupted or after? I'm sorry. Let me know if I should stop making that joke. Alright, despite the lag issues, which also the previous stage suffers from, this is another very solid level. I think I'll make this the honorable mention. The previous one is still my favorite. Hi, Mixandy X Gabriel. I covered your stage in the start of the stream. Whoa. Sixth up is Explosive Waterworks by Para Zero. 32 plays, score 6. Okay, this is less laggy. I hope. Oh, now it's laggy again. Yeah, I think I want to say Base Droid for, we'll see. Really. Wait, come back! Okay. Hey, I need it. I don't have a fire weapon. Ouch. Rock. Jump. Jump. But yeah, as a reminder though... that Mimira just pieced out permanently. Depends on the section, Darkfin. It's also an indication of whether it also depends on the number of objects. I have a feeling that I need to restart some things and what have you. Alright, for those who came in later, tonight I'll be doing another Sage stream. The same Amir is still pieced out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a restart. The frame bracing is kind of off. Nothing really happened. I'm starting to think there's too many elements happening in the screen, which is causing problems. Or rather, too many objects in the game. This is more of a maker-related problem, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save it for next week after following a restart. I think it'd be best if we do base droid that way. Otherwise, it's gonna become miserable with a lot of the jumps. But next week I will be covering Maker because there's nothing interrupting. Oh boy. Ah, the challengers are winning up there. Bop, bop, bop. Alright. Oh, one at a time, eh? Who's next? Oh no. Ah. Oh, that's bad. I need healing. Heal me. Uh-oh. Who's next? Yeah, I thought so. This is bad. Thought you're gonna be a little bit safer. The funny way of defeating Burst Man. It immediately pops the bubbles, so, I didn't even need to do it the hard way. Oh, going for the dynamic kick. This last part is getting messy. Yeah, I'm afraid I have to do that. This lag is getting a bit too problematic. It's not just the lag, it's the frame pacing that's degrading. Like, if the flowers didn't just delete the bubbles, maybe it'd be a little bit tough, but, lol. The other bosses put up a bigger fight. To be fair, he suffers from the same issue that most bosses in Mega Man 7 do, in the sense that their weakness really just wrecks them. Well, not just wrecks, cripples them. Okay. Not the weapon I'd use. Okay, we're done. We're out of here. They're deleted, they're destroyed, they're terrified. It's not so much the frame rate, it's the frame pacing, really. I don't know what's happening. Fire Sawdust, okay. I'm gonna make yours level, the first level next week, Dark Fin, as it's been pushed off long enough. And because there's no Sage or Next Fest, it'll be free. Cool level, but elements are kind of bringing it down. Have I played King of Fighters? Nope, I'm not really a fighting game fan. All I know about Cat Mario, the OG Cat Mario, is that it's kind of a troll, Kaizo troll thing. More of a troll game, really. It's not really that Kaizo-y. Seventh up is Salty Boy John's. Seventh up is Salty's Fortress, Outer Defense Force. Blah. Seventh up is Salty's Fortress, Outer Defense Force by Salty Boy John. 6th place, score 0. Ah, sure, Darkfin, I can do it. Oh my goodness, how big is this fortress? Ah, different characters. It's space time! Or not. He doesn't have the double jump. The main reason I like to play as base isn't so much for the dash, it's the double jump. I wish you could subdivide the power-ups that way. What's in the red teleporter? Ah, it's out. Wait, did you say Molten Depths? Okay, I haven't actually covered it yet. Why wasn't... Okay. Okay, I'll try playing Chains of Fire. At the very least, I wish 9 kept the slide. I can understand not having the charge shot, but... Okay, gonna use explosives. No, no, no. Okay, it's not the boss. It's the ground itself, isn't it? Yes, and that's what we'll call it, J-Butters. Please no more discussion of that. Got it. I was thinking we have to blow up the boss to get it up, but no, it's just the ground. Yes, J-Butters, I'd rather not have another discussion of Mega Man 9 down here. It tends to get heated. Let's have it another day. I'd rather discuss Sonic fan games or fan games of other things in general, please. Six, I don't know, actually. When you start to get into 5 and 6, I start to have a lot more mixed feelings of what they are. Like, they're fun. They're enjoyable, but, I don't know. It feels like they're kind of missing the sauce that 4 had, but in different ways. Oh, I did the piecemeal. I think you may have left after that. Oops. I think it's a neat idea. I said it's a neat idea, Buster. I also made a joke about... Wait, did you respond to that joke? Okay. I responded to your message. Look forward to Mega Man Legends After Story, aka Dash on in the future in 2040. And I responded, you mean 20XX? And I made a joke saying that, will it release before or after X Corrupted? But yeah, I think I'll stop making that joke. I've made it a little bit too many times. I should reference something else. I like I like Six's music. Like, if you're talking about Mega Man game tracks with... Oh my goodness, triple helicopter. If you're talking about Mega Man soundtracks where I have more split opinions on, that'd probably be 3. Or 1. Like, starting from 4 and onwards, 4, 5, and 6, I like most of the track. Yeah, I'm starting to think it's a mixture of the computer and or the game. Come back, elevator. Oh my goodness. Will X Corrupted be released ever? I don't know. Wait, there was nothing? Excuse me? I don't hate oh, sorry. I don't hate Mega Man 5, it's just... I don't know. God, yeah. I love Mega Man. Just kidding. Will I play X Corrupted? Yes, of course, why wouldn't I? Will I play it more than once? Depends. Because the way things are going, the different difficulty settings can have some notable differences. That's my issue with many Mega Man games where they may have cool ideas, but they aren't really used well. I mean, my favorite stage in Mega Man 5, if we're talking in terms of ideas, would probably be Gravity Man. Yeah, the crystal droppers were, Oh no, nicer version of that. Who's Az again? I know who they are. What do you mean by unhinged reasons, though? I should do this again. Maker did kind of fix it, by making it more consistent. Like, I understand you could say they hate it, but if you say for unhinged reasons and you don't know the reason, that seems like, then how do you know it's unhinged? Down. And then we can have the whole discussion about how the NES Classic Mega Man games, many of them don't actually follow the design patterns or good design trends we set in the Mega Man Classic fan games. They focus way more on set pieces and what they think is cool, rather than the good, quote-unquote good design principles. Family. Uh-oh. "7 years ago?" Okay, so we'll have to preface our statements by saying that things may have changed. Preface our statements. Yeah, I am definitely gonna have to cover the rest of the stages later. I don't think the game's supposed to be this laggy. Bad musical composition. Okay. Manubi, are you still here? I'm sorry. I'm too unskilled and too untrained to actually talk about quote-unquote bad musical compositions. I'm sorry. I'm too vanilla. Or if it was a fighting game, I'm too casual. Oh no, I have to do it one by one, don't I? This is bad. No weakness either. I can get 4 shots in per cycle, but... And this... Oh, I failed. I'm dead. Yeah, the wave bike? Yeah. Magmal Tree has it. Uh-oh. That's bad, that's bad. Maybe? I forgot the other one. I could do this regularly if this game wasn't just lagging. Of course, you picked the one spot I can't shoot. Thanks, Jerk Devil. I want to apologize for this because I don't think the level's actually that bad. It's just weird lag spikes. Well, this is the normal length. I wouldn't mind it so much if I had a proper weakness, or an E-tank, but... It's this attack where it spreads too, which is a problem to dodge on small platforms. And then you can decide, oh, I want to open up here. Yeah, which makes it even harder to dodge. And it ate my button input. Of course, I could probably just jump over it sometimes. Yeah, I missed the E-tank, but unfortunately this fight would really benefit from it being more forced. Or just get rid of the death pits. Or replace them with spikes, I guess. Like, even without having lag, this is a quite difficult encounter relative to the rest of the stage. Because you only get about 3 or 4 damage per cycle. It's not fun, really. Like, do we even have a weakness? Spread Drill deals 2 damage, but that doesn't feel like it. Okay, I'll just give it one more go. If I die, I'm just gonna use the level editor and place myself back here with 1 or 2 E-tanks. I'm not having fun. The rest of the stage was fine, but this one I don't like. Only 3 this time. Oh. Oh, cool. I'm not doing this. I'm just downloading this. I'm sorry. I could do this the regular way, but why waste time with this? If you're not having fun, just move on to the next stage. And not helping is the lag issues. Let's see. It's certainly making me salty. I don't know if it's the latest update my computer or what have you, but yeah. Alright. Here we go. That's why I want to end the stream early, because this lag is really eating my button inputs, and I really don't want to make all of your stages look worse. And this stage really suffers from it. How to make this fight more enjoyable? Add an actual weakness, or increase the amount of time the eye stay opens. Because even fighting the old devil, I know you're making a joke about multi-boss arenas being extended, Buster, during a previous stream. This is more of a better example of that. I could try something, but that would mean to kill the stream and force a reset. So I can't do it. And of course, you can decide, oh, I want to open my eye right up there where you can't hit me. Or you can, but only with a full charge shot. This is a safe one because if I get knocked, I won't fall into a pit. And I get knocked here because I thought I could make it. Didn't. And that 8. I wouldn't mind this either if I actually had an actual weakness for Yellow Devil. Well, the only character I could have played as here would have been Roll, right? Okay, I can actually pull off a 6 if I'm fast enough. Eat dank. I'm just gonna wait it out. One more, one more. There are better iterations of Yellow Devil, but the most memorable one is the first one. Like, let's see. Goo Devil, Green Devil, Grey Devil, Twin Devil, Yellow Devil Mach 3. All are better iterations on the Devil Encounter idea. Or even the Petite Devils, to be honest. My biggest problem with the Yellow Devil Encounter, let's put this aside, the issues here with the lag and whatever have you. My biggest issues with the OG, specifically referring to the OG Devil Encounter, and that sort of applies to Mach 2 from 3, Mega Man 3 that is that they're basically the same pattern over and over and over. In one, you get the worst of it because of the bit of the more slippery controls, and you don't have access to sliding. It doesn't even vary up its pattern, it's just eh. Now, when you get to Green Devil, Goo Devil, from... I think when I say Green Devil, it's 8 and Mega Man Base. There's some more variation there. Heck, even the one for Power Up has more variation that makes it better. Or even Shadow Devil from X5. Well, that we're going to X series. We'll ignore that. Scratch that for a moment. Twin Devil. Or Mega Man 11s, which is actually my favorite iteration of Yellow Devil. I don't mind the devil encounters in theory. And the series itself has shown multiple ways to make it better. Unfortunately, the first example has become the most infamous. What I'm asking for fan game creators is try branching out with the idea of a boss who's basically reforms and deforms, and its main weakness is one or more eyes. Heck, I want to see an idea of, well, I've actually seen that in Mechanic Man, I think, where there are multiple eyes in the Goo Beast. Or heck, why not have an encounter where you have to specifically shovel right through the goo to hit the eye? Mega Man Base's intro boss was basically that, but make it harder. If anything, with enough eyes and holes, you'll eventually turn into a Kirby boss. Alright, with how much the lag is spiking, I think this may be a good idea to end off here so I don't give off the levels in a bad light. I don't know what's happening exactly, but this should be fixed for tonight. Well, Dark Moon and Starman upgraded too, that's cool. Oh yeah, Block Devil. Add it to the list. Alright, so wait, hang on a sec. I do want to show off one last thing. So let's get that set up. Ah, Rainbow Devil's I don't say they're horrible, but they're Lava Devil's a mid-boss, and they're kind of a... I don't know. But let's talk about that later. So overall, of the 7 Veersmith levels I covered in today's morning stream, my favorite one would be Push Block and Count Bomb Puzzles Part 1 by I Will Win, with an honorable mention going to Flare Battleship by Sunflora Zimmerl. Good job, you two, and thank you to everyone else who submitted your levels to me. It's really appreciated. So, with all that out of the way, let me shuffle the music along. Okay, like we're doing that. So with that out of the way, it is time for the art showcase. First, Mall, Ghoul, Jewel, Mall. I think I've shown this before, but I want to show it off again because it's more cursed. Mall Ghoul, Jewel Mall. Maybe J Butters, we'll see. Obsidian Man gets a redesign, now looking like a true knight. Yeah, definitely looks more knightly. More well armored. Snazzy sword too. Oh yeah, Game Dog also recently joined the server. Here's their Sona. Their first Sona. Cute. It's based off the Louis from the Super Bomberman series, or Bomberman franchise. Headbet. Yesterday was Super Fighting Robot's 10th anniversary. Gosh, I can't believe it's been 10 years. I feel old now. Man, this is a fan game that flew under the radar and is still one of my favorite Mega Man Classic fan games out there. I have no idea what you're referring to, Jay Butters. Oh, Mallbuster? Yeah. Of the Buster group, 2 males, 2 females. Yep, that's Daggerman from the OG game before he cameoed in Rock and Roll. In any case, this concludes the stream. Thank you to everyone who either submitted the levels, submitted their art, or simply participated in chat. It's thanks to your continued support why I continue to produce new updates for the channel. It's really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other content from the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on Blue Sky and Mastodon as well as join the Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later. See ya!